Today we're making one of the easiest and best tasting chili recipes I learned from my mother-in-law. To start, we're going to peel and dice an onion. Slice it in half through the root and then cut the tips off. It's easier to peel it this way. So then you can just take the first thin layer off, and that's how you peel an onion. Dice the onion. Start by placing your hand flat on the top and do 2 or 3 horizontal cuts almost all the way through to the root. Next, you're going to do vertical cuts all the way down the length of the onion, almost all the way through the root. And do it maybe about 1/4 inch apart from each other. And then finally, you're just going to cut down, and that is how you dice an onion. And once the onion gets a little wobbly, you can do it on the flat edge and just cut around the root. Now we're going to saute the onion. In a skillet, heat olive oil over medium heat. So we're sauteing the onions in a little bit of olive oil for 5 to 8 minutes or until they're translucent. So the onions will turn golden brown, so off heat, just transfer it to your crock pot. In the same skillet, turn it back on to medium-high heat, and you're going to brown about 2.5 pounds of ground chuck. And then you just break it up with a wooden spoon, and it'll take about another 8 to 10 minutes for everything to be brown. Once the meat is almost brown, I add my spices and garlic. I use jarred garlic. I know this isn't what a lot of professional chefs do. I'm just not going to sit there and peel and mince garlic. So I do about a tablespoon of garlic, then a tablespoon each of ground cumin and chili powder. Doing it in the oil will give the spices a chance to bloom and release more of their flavor. So do a palmful of cumin and a palmful of chili powder, and then let it bloom in the oil for about a minute. This needs a little salt and pepper, so do about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Once you have your spices, salt, and pepper in, you're just going to transfer the whole thing with the oil. It adds a little extra flavor to your crock pot. So now we're going to open up the cans of diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and chili beans. 1 can of diced tomatoes, juice and all. 3 cans tomato sauce. 3 cans chili beans, juice and all. Stir it through and taste for additional seasoning. So after taste testing, it's a little bland, so I'm going to add a little more cumin and chili powder, probably about a tablespoon or 2 each. And then my secret ingredient is just a pinch of cayenne. Don't overdo it too much because it'll be too spicy. Set this on the low setting for 4 to 6 hours and your house will smell great. Some people put peppers in theirs. It's not very good. Once my mom put too many peppers in her chili and my brother made a huge bowl and he took a bite and just goes, "Blah," and threw the whole thing away. Make sure to serve with shredded cheese, onions, and sour cream. Make sure to have fun, which I am not.